Hello, this is we have Travel Sex Art Gaming, and today we're back with Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Alright, we're going to take on the Abbey Grange affair. We're back. Do we dare look? No, I can see her from here! No, we don't look! Hi, Toby.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's...
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Shut up, Watson. I'm talking to you, man. Alright, I was talking to Toby. Alright, let's see what we got here.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Okay.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
E.B. Inspector Lestrade. Oh, wait, no.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Abbey Grange, Marsham, Kent, 3:30 a.m. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance on what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as long as I found it. But I beg you not to lose an instant. It is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Yours faithfully, Inspector Lestrade.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Alright, let's go to Abbey Grange. We don't really have any reason to be at the house, so let's just go. I love how they just sit there, not talking the whole time in the cab. Just staring at each other.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
Oh?
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of
Hate
aggression.
when that happens.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Okay, Watson's gonna examine the body. Alright, let's see. That's probably to leave, yep.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Alright, I'm just taking
Sir
a look here.
Warthen Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Okay.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
And who's this?
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Okay, and who this?
Lord George Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
Okay, oh. Okay, found them.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself.
Oh, shoot.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Let's get a portrait of her. Yep, we'll start right at the eye. Fresh bruises. Yeah. That's not good. Alright, anything over here? Fresh bruises. Oh. Pale cheeks. Okay. Gold brooch. Kangaroo and emu. Australian origin. Elegant dress. What else do we got here? Old bruises. Wedding ring. Not a happy marriage.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
We've got some old bruises going on.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time.
Not okay with
Out
this.
of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Okay, what happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw 2 others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were 3, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
So I'm already suspicious of her and the maid. I mean, they're the only 2 ones we know, but... because, like... she'd want to, like, get out of this, or the maid is tired of seeing her get, beat up. So, I mean, it could go either way. Hydrate.
Did these 3 villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Your ladyship?
Okay. You. Definitely need to talk to you.
Teresa,
Suspicious.
I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
All right, let's get a character portrait of you. Wrinkles. Okay, a little bit older. Now, if she has old bruises, then I will be suspect. Coffee stain. Handkerchief. Vinegar smell. What was that second word? Or third word? It keeps going away right before I can read it. Hold on. Go back. Caring. Vinegar smell. Okay. Whatever. And working hands. Alright.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
That's all we got from her, huh? was expecting a little bit more. Ooh. Oh, picture right here. Ooh.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Let's just let's examine
A
it first.
trapper's hut.
Okay, now let's move it. Hello.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Okay, let's just take a peek around first before we get too carried away with the safe. Photograph. That looks like the two women.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Well, there's a little symbol there, maybe can help. Or we can take off the back and see if it's written somewhere. Rock of Gibraltar, Adelaide, 1893.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Okay, and we'll just take that. Now they have a picture of nothing. Haha. Okay, nothing on there. Let's see here. Anything else in here? Another table. Okay, newspaper. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they are known, made their appearance by way of brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Syndham. The police are already on their trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all three men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile of this family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band and to provide the full description as it is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of three, the father and his two sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already gray-haired. While of average height and build, being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age, but very different in appearance. The first son is William Randall, is tall, broad-shouldered, with a small, disproportionate head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is somewhat weaker constitution and is skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for their exceptional, brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert, and may your valuables stay safe.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
That's suspicious to me. Oh, we got some stuff. There we go. Oh, there's already a split here. Randall's blame. The robbery was faked, the whole story invented in order to blame Teresa's death on the Randalls. Randall gang. The testimonies and evidence match the point to the Randall gang. I'm going to go with that for now. I just see that. I don't think any of these will be... Yeah, these don't connect, which I figured. Alright.
My mistress is very tired.
Okay, let's talk to you to get that safe open.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Okay, that was... Well, in that case, maybe we'll find something. So which one is Eustace?
Sir Warthen. Lord Brigham
No, I don't care
Brackenstall.
about Brigham.
The body is still in the dining room where the murder took place.
Thank you, wasn't talking to you.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Ramsey...
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Lyndon, was it this guy?
Lord George
No,
Brackenstall.
it's none of these guys. Alright, let's see about the...
You should
So many
examine
dead
the body
things!
of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Okay. Ooh, we can go outside. Okay, I'm gonna leave outside, I think, for a little bit later, just because that seems like a lot. Okay, we got Watson. Oh,
The hunting scene.
so this guy likes hunting, or at least pretending like he likes hunting. Alright, let's see. We got some glasses.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
I don't know what that means.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
Yes, I totally know what that means.
Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Grand Cru.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed.
Okay, I know nothing about wine, so that has got me completely stumped. I'll say I won't be able to help with that. Oh. Okay, right. She said she was tied to the chair. He came in. They must have been loading. Either they were looking for the stuff or this was done afterward. And then he was killed there. So let's check the chair.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Toby.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Okay, I'll deal with the connections here in a little bit. Well, I guess I should probably do them now because they tend to lead to things. The knotted rope and be the... Nope. Final behavior? Oh, none of those. Oh, what was that? Oh, 3 people. There were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with beeswing. 2 people were drinking out of these glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consists solely of the dregs from the other 2 glasses. I'm going to assume there were 3 people. Oh, they... Ooh, interesting. Huh. Well, we'll just let that sit there. Alright, let's take a peek over here.
These wine bottles are expensive, and mostly from France.
Okay.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Because it wasn't thought of to be valuable at the time.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Okay, what else we got? Anything up top? Oh, hasn't let me backed out yet, so there's got to be something else here. Missing bottle.
A bottle of wine is missing here.
That's the one on the table.
The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware. The hunting scene. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Also suspicious.
A deer hunt.
Okay, we got a body on the floor. Yeah, that's fine.
A fur trader's cabin.
Okay, I'll talk to Watson last. Alright, let's take a look at the body.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Okay, let's see here. We got
That
the poker.
must be the murder weapon.
Alright, we got his head.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Alright. Let's see here. Feet.
Quite a large stick. A formidable weapon. Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
That checks out. So he uses the walking stick, maybe? Ah, there's blood
It
all
is
over
covered
this.
in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Okay. Alright, Watson... Oh, hold on, I got something else going on here. Oh, right there. Where'd it go? Mantelpiece. Cut. Oh,
It
Piece of
appears
rope.
that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Okay. Inspect the dining room complete. Alright. Where did I see that rope? Oh, right there. Oh. Interesting. Alright, Watson, what do you got?
The death was instant.
Thank you. Alright, let me check our clues. Just so that we make sure we got them all connected here. There we go. Poker blow. The death of Sir Eustace could have been due to a poker blow. That is true. Okay. Should have looked at more clues. Whoops. I keep spamming buttons, which I shouldn't do. Alright, let's make sure all these are at least checked so that we can say we've checked them. There we go. Oh, okay, so it's either the... could have been due to his accidental striking his head on the fireplace grate, or it could have been the poker blow. Deadly accident. I'm gonna go deadly accident. Okay, any more clues we can kill off here? They're all good, okay. Perfect. Alright, so we got that. Let's check outside now. Do a little bit of just peeking around. See if there's anything of note. What do we got here? Nothing. Okay. Just kind of looking for anything that might seem like it could be important. Like there's a little building here. That seems like it could be something. Also might not be able to go in there yet. I might need Toby. Okay, yeah, there's nothing really popping in at the moment. Let's talk to the lady of the house again. See if we got any new stuff for her, which we do. The 3 glasses on the table.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
So,
Oh, what a horrible...
Please leave my Mary alone.
so it's
She
saying that it
suffered
was the
so much,
3
she deserves
sitting
some
there
rest.
together.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay, so it's 15. Five. Okay, 15, 5. $17. There we go.
It is common
Ton of money.
practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
That's where it's like, probably not those guys then.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
Medical report. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decomposition. Yep. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There's a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps you... Whoops. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by inalteration to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by excess of alcohol. That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of evolving cirrhosis. There are also signs of a... Wow, this guy is having issues. A cystis, fluid in the peritoneal cavity, which are evident by your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I am available to help you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. Wow. Dude is messed up. Just gonna quickly just scan through those. Just make sure we have all that stuff. Collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the scent trail. Okay. Alright. Let's go get Toby. I'll say I will talk to Lestrade, though.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight.
Holy crap!
Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol
Wow.
seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Jesus, dude. Violent behavior, Inspector's tale. Yep, that checks out. Sir Eustace was violent towards his wife. Yep. Yeah, duh. Alright, let's go get Toby. I knew that dog was gonna be important. We need Toby. Good puppy. It's kind of weird. I'm just going back to the house just to get Toby and then, you know, pretty much. Actually, let's go see if I can change up my outfit. Can I please put on the... Yes, top hat. Can't do glasses, apparently. We'll leave facial hair out. To the wardrobe. Alright, let's see. Casual suit, black suit, brown suit, green suit, gray suit. I think I liked the light one the best just because it was, like, easier to tell. Yeah, we'll go with that. Not that I could see my guy anymore, but it's a thing. Oh, Toby! Hiya, puppy.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case. I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Someone should take Toby for a walk.
We are taking Toby for a walk. Back to Abbey Grange. Toby's in the car. Oh, he's so cute. Not sure what's going on with his arm there. It looks really weird. Just doesn't look quite right.
Search, Toby.
Okay. Oh, we got something on the ground here. Oh, it's just the light. Oh. Ah, here's where we go outside. Thank you, Sherlock. Okay. God, I wish there was a way I could move faster. This game does not want to seem to let you move any faster than they want. Okay, goes this way. And then, yeah, I kind of figured we'd be going to that little building. That checks out. There we go.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Okay. There is another scent. So they went to the shed, and then it looks like they're going to the well. I bet we find silverware at the bottom of this. Woof woof. Woof woof.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
I bet there's silverware at the bottom. Oh, we continue on. Going this way now. There's not much else over here. But maybe where they came in and out is right here.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Okay.
The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
I think they couldn't. Well, let's start with the shed. I think they couldn't. I think this was like locked or something. Or there wasn't a good hiding spot, and then they dumped the silverware in the well. All right, what do we got here? Tools.
Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved. This hook might be useful.
I'm just taking that. Okay, so that's it in there. Then one over here. Inside the well. What is that? Glittering
There's something
object.
glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
I do have a rope and a hook.
The
Attach hook. And use. Bet it's silverware. I'm calling it. It's silverware.
silverware. This is hardly a coincidence.
I knew it. Hello, Sergeant. Alright, let's see. I bet does it have like their logo on it or something? Ah.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Okay. Then they went over to the wall where Toby is.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Toby.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British
They
Empire.
went over there. Chucked it down the well. Okay. How's the good sir doing? I'm doing alright. How are you? Let's see here. Silverware found. Knotted rope from Australia. Robbery is the motive. Imitated robbery. The robbery could have been imitated to explain its reason's death. The silverware was not was supposed to be found. Yeah, I think it's a fake robbery. Why wouldn't they have taken the candlestick? Just saying. Oh, 2 days is your birthday? Well, happy birthday. We're on to something, Lestrade. We're on to something. All right, make sure you don't have anything for me. Oh, you do. History of violence.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me And all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
That was interesting. Interesting little thing there. No personal life from Australia. No acquaintance. Lady Brackenstall married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at the home during that time. There is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. Acquainted with a sailor. Lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock of Gibraltar. Ah, I like that. Deadly accident. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't sure with this one. This could be it. That could check out still. Ooh, what do we have here? Murderous visitor. Sir Eustace has been murdered by one person who was visiting that night. If he was, it was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He is tall and strong. Okay, okay. Right now we just got the knotted rope as our only clue. Let's talk to Lady Brackenstall and see what she's got to say. Your silverware's been found, ma'am.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Do you
Your
really care,
ladyship.
though? Interesting. Okay. Inspector! I have the stolen silverware.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Okay, so... You're still dead. Does it want me to put it, like, back or something? No. What is my next step here? Investigate the murder at the Abbey Grange. Okay. Oh, perform analysis. I didn't... Oh, I could have done that before. Shoot. Okay, I gotta go back to, Baker Street. Perform analysis on the rope. Look at Toby. He's so cute. Alright, let's perform analysis on this here rope.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
Okay.
The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Okay. Well, we've got scissors here, so let's see if scissors do it. Make a cut.
The fibers from this
Nope.
cut appear to be different.
Wasn't scissors. Knife?
If I cut
It
the
was a
rope
knife.
with a knife, it matches the original.
Alright. Sharp knife. And... as a type which sailors use. Okay. Sailor background. The rope was cut with a sharp knife and tied quickly in sailor's knots. That could indicate the intruder had a sailor's background. Look for a sailor. The person who was visiting that night was probably a sailor. I agree. I think the wife got someone to kill him because she's first off gonna make a ton of money. She was getting beat. Like, it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if the maid was in on it too. Okay, we gotta go find a sailor. I realize search for possible sailor suspects. I mean, I could talk to
Holmes, don't look at me like that.
Oh, what a horrible...
no.
Please leave
No.
my Mary alone. She suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
Yeah. Oh, I bet I need to go to the yeah, I should have stayed at Baker Street. I need to go to the archives. Or is it the map? It's one of the two. I need to go to one of the two. Might be the map. Map. Nope, not the map. Let me take a peek at my letters here. Colossal scandal in high society. The well-known and remarkable archaeologist, the pride of our nation, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe, has been found murdered. The crime scene took place at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane, the location of the archaeologist's most recent research. But what is truly shocking is the murder of Sir Rodney was at the hand of his former friend and partner, Percival Blinkhorn. The death sentence is the only possible punishment for this breed of villain. Okay. We are searching for something to do with the Gibraltar, Sea of Gibraltar thing. Or Rock of Gibraltar, whatever it's called. Martial arts, marks and symbols. No. Newspapers, maybe? Let's move over here. No.
My search must be focused upon the ship's
Okay.
name and year of voyage.
Oh, 1893. Hold on. And 1893. There it is. Arrival at Rock of Gibraltar, a ship return. The Rock of Gibraltar, a bulk carrier from the Adelaide, Southampton, London line. Carnard Building, James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family, owning land and tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Breckenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent.
Here it is.
I just read that. Task for Wiggins. All right.
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Oh, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
He just waits around for Sherlock to need him.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Oh, it only took 3 hours? Dang. Wiggins
Here it is,
good.
Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Thank you, sir.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Okay, let's see here. We got Jamestown, Henry Southward. Oh,
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
yep. Okay. Ernest J.
This
Woods.
officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Okay. Do we have Archibald Rogers? No. James Talcott? No. Henry. A.J. Gugnon. Nathan Jacobs and Samuel L. Graham. Okay, nope. I think that's it for this one. The Rock of Gibraltar. We have Mr. Charles Chilt.
This
right
officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Okay. John Busell, Harvey B. Tyler, Robert Gordon. Nope. Charles Clan. Nope. Herbert there's a Herbert Whittakins. This is Herbert Hawkins. Mr. William Partridge.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Okay. Next page. James Crocker.
Mr. Jack Crocker
Or Jack.
was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Okay. Duncan Jones, Peter Davison, Neil, George Stewart. So I'm looking for Thomas Walker or Herbert. Thomas or Herbert. I don't see either of them. Thomas or Herbert. Oh, there's Thomas.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
And there's Herbert.
This officer is still at sea.
Jack Crocker.
Therefore he cannot be involved. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Okay, there we go. Call Crocker to confront him.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Okay.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
Yeah.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
How are they going to get him
Mr.
here?
Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Let's get a character portrait of you. Clear look, honest. Interesting. Interesting for him to be honest. For looking for, you know, what we're looking for. Strong build. Anything about his hands? It's weird it brought me all the way down here, but there's nothing on his hands. Newspaper ink? Newspaper ink. That's weird. He's got stains on his pants. Clean boots? Is he no longer a sailor, or what's going on here? And sea knife. Ah, the sea knife.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right. if there was no evidence.
What then?
Oh, you tied her up.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Sailor knots.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Call Crocker complete. Okay, let's... Captain Crocker and Crocker's statement. Crocker's involvement. Crocker's lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as I heard that I was looking for him, this signaling his guilt. Or he was aboard the Sharp on the night of the murder. He's not afraid to confront me. He had a confident demeanor. I think he's involved. Oop, something's happening. There we go. The captain is the killer. Okay, hold on. Let's back up. So now, because I have all the clues, right? So now it's just figuring it out. So this is one. All right, so let's see. He's got an alibi. Let's say he has an alibi. We're not going to be looking for Sarah. No acquaintance. It's going to be the other dudes then. Domestic violence is a solo one. Yep. 3 people. Robbery is the motive. Randall gang. The Randalls are guilty. Okay, that is another conclusion. Continue the investigation. I wonder what happens if I change this. I'm just kind of fixing some of these here. Okay, what does this change? Domestic incident. That was caused by a struggle with his wife. Okay, I think those are our 3 things. She had no acquaintance. 3 of them. I don't think she killed him, though. She wouldn't have been strong enough. Plus, how did she tie herself to the chair besides the... I'm just seeing what it says. Distribution was an accident caused by a struggle with his wife. It says the Lord Brackenstall and the maid committed the murder. See, the thing that I don't think is true with this one is because the person went over the wall. The maid she wouldn't have done that. So I don't think it's that. The Randalls, Sir Eustace was murdered by a Randall gang. Robbery is confirmed by the motive of the crime. I don't think it's that either. I think they're using them in the paper as a way to get away with it. And so I don't think so. The wine glasses makes me think it was the other 2. I think that the captain is the killer. Yeah, I think the captain's the killer. He may have, the guy may have come down when they were down visiting with him. That's a possibility too. So I think the captain is the killer. And I'm going to go with that he is the killer. However, so I can arrest him or absolve him is my next thing. If I arrest him, he's a murderer and you'll bring him to, and his accomplice, Lady Brackenstall, justice. Or I can absolve him. The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There's no need to report police. I'm going to absolve them. because the dude was kind of awful. So I'm going with that. Let's see if I am correct. I don't think it was the Randalls, though, at all.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Barely an hour has passed.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
Done.
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots
forgot
were
about the height.
sailor's knots.
Yep.
And not least,
The
the
sea
sheer
knife, sailor's
force that
knots,
was put behind the
force.
killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in
That
London.
too.
And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he
I knew it!
barged in.
He barged in.
He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Oh, why are we gonna fight? Oh boy. Yeah, nope. Oh, he was gonna kill himself. No, 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 no blood in my house. No blood in my house. Achievement, hold your herrings, Captain.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
There we go. Boom! Pretty sure we got
Inspector,
that one right.
I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by three criminals who
blaming them.
cannot be the Randalls.
Oh, cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Sir Eustace was murdered by Captain Jack Crocker, who was visiting Lady Brackenstall that night. They staged it as a robbery by the Randall gang. Crocker used a sea knife to cut the bell rope to tie the lady, and then hid the silverware in the well. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. You have decided to keep it a secret. Yeah! Got it right! Yeah! Doing well, except that last one. That last one was terrible. The one before this, I did terrible. But the rest I've been doing alright. Alright, let's accept this decision. Boom. Yep. That's fine. Personality ranking neutral. People saw the same case the same way. 94. Yeah, that makes sense. That one was very obvious. I feel like people made the same moral choice. 64. Oh, interesting.